AlphaOmegaSin cordially invites all of you headbanging metal motherfuckers out there to strap your happy asses in and glue your papers to the screen, because I'm going to showcase to the entire internet arguably one of the most metal fucking video game unboxings the entirety of YouTube has ever seen, and that's because this is for the Victor Vran Overkill Edition, which is jam-packed to the brim with Motorhead merchandise through and through. And this has got the stamp seal of approval and iron-fisted approval from the fucking legends themselves, so let's go and crack this motherfucker open. Before we go and crack this son of a bitch open, I want to take a moment to appreciate the packaging itself. While typically, anytime that we get a limited edition or a collector's edition, it's a plain-ass boring box that we're not going to give two fucks about, because it's the contents and all of the goodies that are inside that really count. And while that is true for this instance, the actual packaging, they took special care to give us a metal tin, which makes a lot of sense because we are talking about one of the most metal fucking bands in the entire world, being Motorhead. But this also has the very familiar Motorhead logo with Snaggletooth adorning the front of it. And anytime that Snaggletooth is going to be adorning something, automatically gets an A+ and approval from me. As we dig and claw our greedy mitts deeper inside this Overkill Edition, we end up unearthing a set of 5 pins that has Lemmy, Mickey, and Phil from Motorhead, as well as Lloyd Kaufman, the mayor of Tromaville, and Snaggletooth to go and round off the entire set. And I love the fuck out of pins. I've got tons of different things that have pins on them, but wait, there's more! Anybody out there that likes to have battle vests, because metalheads already know this is kind of a mainstay within heavy metal culture. If you've got a little bit of space that you've been trying to figure out what the fuck do I put on it, then you can get yourself an exclusive Motorhead Through the Ages patch, which I thought this was cool as fuck, because this is something typically just metalheads give a shit about, having patches like that, whether it's album covers or it's actual band logos and shit. It's something that I've had lots of through the years. I can't even tell you the amount of times I was like, well, I want that one from King Diamond, I want that one from Bathory, I want that one from Immortal, and now this one gets to join the fray, and something that I can only get in this, fuck yeah, I'm all for it. Additionally, we get 10 postcard-style pieces of art that showcase tons of shit from the game, from enemies to locations that you end up going through and murdering tons of different demons, as well as Motorhead themselves, because, well, they should be on everything. I mean, they're Motorhead. There's also a making of and behind the scenes DVD that gets included with this version. This is one of those things that I feel like people don't appreciate and like nearly as much, but I've always had this infatuation with the development side of video games, let alone something that they're doing in conjunction with legends within the music industry, let alone pioneers within heavy metal, thrash metal, speed metal, punk, you fucking name it. Motorhead has covered a lot of bases, but they were working alongside them through 2014 going forward to go and make this game. I mean, it's kind of cool to see how things became conceptualized, let alone got brought to life within a video game like this. So I love all the behind the scenes shit, plus you end up getting to see like earlier versions of the game, get to understand the actual thought process from the ground a game is being created. So this is awesome as fuck. 2 legends in their respective fields in one photograph, and that's absolutely fine with me. Lloyd Kaufman and Lemmy Kilmister, and guess the fuck what? This makes a ton of sense. For anybody out there that's followed their individual careers, you already know that Lemmy appeared in not 1, not 2, but 3 different Troma films, and I only got to see 2 of the 3 so far, but that was Tromeo and Juliet, and Toxic Avenger 4, Citizen Toxie. By the way, that movie's fucking awesome as shit, and hot bitches galore in it, goddamn. Toxic Avenger / Toxic Crusader fan through and through all my entire life, so this was awesome as fuck to see. By the way, if anybody from that studio gets to see this video, hit me up. I would totally love to be one of the dead people in a fucking video. That would be fucking amazing. Anyway, seeing this photograph, it made me fucking happy because I love those 2. We also had 4 black and white photos of Motorhead on tour, which I'm always going to enjoy some shit like this, because somebody who has gone to, I don't even know how many fucking shows in my entire lifetime, far too many and way too many fucking pits I've been inside of. Now I just go and get whiskey and enjoy it from afar while I sit there and do one of these. But seeing Lemmy up on stage with the big ass fucking Marshall stacks, and he's got his bass using it like a rifle, it's fucking splendid. Now, this was something that I did not know was going to be included, and I guess was a little bonus extra and thought it was awesome as fuck. While it's not Motorhead related, it is Victor Vran related, and that's an actual Victor Vran pin and a set of playing cards. And there's all sorts of characters, monsters, and NPCs, all sorts of shit on there, and it looks like this is an actual playing card game. Now, I didn't look too far into this to go and check shit out, but I just thought this was kind of awesome because it made me think about, you know, the first time I had played the card game from Final Fantasy VIII, and then I can't even tell you how many motherfuckers were losing their shit over things like Gwent. But seeing this just thrown in as a thank you, it was like, dude, that's fucking awesome as hell. The truth of the matter is, the trailer for this game sold me on it 100%. I was told that there was going to be a Motorhead video game. I stood at attention, as did my better half, and I was just like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. Direct me to this shit. So I watched this trailer, Queen of the Damned is just blasting on my fucking speakers, and I'm sitting there, I'm fucking watching, I'm like, fuck yeah, this is all awesome as shit. And I'm looking at this footage, and I'm just getting these vibes of Diablo meets Baldur's Gate just mixed together, and I'm like, this is fucking incredible. It's like seeing the Demon Hunter from D3 just run around and go and tear shit up. And everything was Motorhead themed. I mean, they actually had a bomber go and fly overhead and blanket the entire ground and murder everything inside. I'm just like, yes! They got the Snaggletooth locomotive right from the cover of Orgasmatron, just tearing through shit, and I'm just like, all of this. Like, Doom Train just looked on and was like, oh, so that's how you do it. Well, now I understand. This makes a lot more sense. But seeing them just like, that's awesome as shit. Like, dude, you actually summon the Iron Fist, and you're just smashing all the enemies into bloody, chunky, demonic pulp. Everywhere, just dead bodies strewn about. I'm like, this gives me the happies. Everywhere the happies. Just coming up and just, made me so fucking happy. It was just like, dude, that is the shit. And realizing that it was a Motorhead-themed video game, and Lemmy's been in video games before. He actually had his own video game, which I think that was PC only, and that shit just stayed over in Europe. And I was like, man, that's a fucking bummer. I had to find a way to emulate that. Plus, we actually had Brutal Legend where he got to go and make a cameo in that, and that was the fucking shit.
Why didn't you say so? I hate that bastard.
But now we have a game that is based around the entire world and something he helped create. Like, he was working with them in tandem and just passing ideas off and approving shit. I was just like, dude, this is fucking awesome. And there's 13 actual Motorhead tracks within this game. And they picked good as fuck songs from it. And it was just like, all of the, there's so much care that they took with this, because this wasn't just one of those things where it's like, oh, well, we just want to make something. These are actual Motorhead fans taking proper fucking care with a top-tier action RPG and melding that shit together. I was all over this. Like, in every way, shape, and form, I was just like, dude, I fucking need this. And the best part about it is, there's a Motorhead shirt that comes with this. This right here was one of the best things I could see with it. It was just like, I mean, Motorhead Through the Ages shirt, you already know. I wear metal shirts every single fucking time. That are horror movie shirts, because I love both. But still, having this was just like, you're goddamn fucking Skippy. So, big time approval there, but this was one of the most awesome packages I've seen for a limited edition / collector's edition in a long time. I mean, the last one I did was of Final Fantasy 15, and that thing blew my fucking balls off. I had to go and retrieve them and cybernetically enhance myself and reattach those bitches. But this right here is just metal as fuck. I mean, this is truly like a fucking love letter to Motorhead fans everywhere around the world. And it's weird because there's so much stuff that's just Motorhead related rather than Victor Vran, but dude, it's fucking awesome as shit. In the description, I'm going to put a link to it, because when I saw it, I went and I bought the shit, and I was happy as fuck. It arrived in the mail. I was like, I gotta do a proper unboxing. Do it justice! But in addition, I also want to put a playlist of a lot of my favorite Motorhead songs. Most people just think, Ace of Spades! Stop! That's not their only fucking song. We're talking about legends in the industry, fucking trailblazers who have been doing this shit since the mid-70s. And they've got so many fucking worthwhile epic albums and so many awesome songs that it would literally just melt your fucking face. In a good way, by the way, not an actual way where you're like, I don't know, trying to do some weird impression of you being inside of an Indiana Jones movie. You don't need that shit happening. Regardless, though, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. I do want to get around to playing the game. I still got 2 more to go and crank through, but eventually I want to do this. And if there's any interest or demand, I'll live stream this game. I wouldn't mind. I mean, it's got 2-player co-op. I need to go and somehow kidnap my friends and be like, we're going to do couch co-op properly and play this shit because, I mean, RPGs. I love the fuck out of any role-playing game experience, let alone one like this. No, I'm all over that shit. Anyway, this is AlphaOmegaSin. As always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers, game the fuck on.